Mute it for now? Or?
Hey, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dark Geek Zone. I am Darren Eldridge. I am the Dark Geek, and we are joined here by Adam Sherlock. And unfortunately, we don't get Shayna right now. So basically, what we're doing is we are jumping right in with Adam. Adam is going to get all of the attention. I'm going to play with this a little bit, get that set, because I want to see what's going on. And I want to welcome Adam. And for those of you who don't know, there are basically three people responsible for all this craziness of streaming and the Dark Geek Zone and all this starting crap. He's one of them. The other one is Greg Tong. Big deal now with PDC and Dark Connect, so Greg might be a little too Hollywood, but we might be able to pull him in at some point. But it's basically Greg and Adam who got me started on this crazy thing. And so for those of you who don't, I'm going to run down just a quick little of what Adam is or has done in the past. He has been a past business administrator and commissioner of the Minuteman Dart League. He's also part of a Minuteman Super A state title division winning team, the Flight Fighters in 2016. And for those who know anything about darts, and some of us do and some of us don't, but that is probably the pinnacle of darting, is that state title, and it is a huge accomplishment and a lot to be proud of. He's also responsible for pulling back the Which City Open, which I was a part of when he was doing that and helping run Minuteman. And in doing that, he set up a little practice tournament called the Cape Cod Open. And a lot of people don't understand that never would have happened, never would have been what it was at the Moose Lodge without Adam and all of his smartness and bringing in Greg and showing us how to do that, and needing a little warm-up for the Which City. And he's an amazing father. He's a great partner to Shayna's, has amazing kids. He's done the streaming, started the DPNE, and his greatest accomplishment in my mind is, of course, taking me to back-to-back AA Cape Cod Dart League titles. Something that even the great legend himself, Dennis Cotto, has yet to do. So I just want to point that out, and I just want to welcome you, Adam. How's it going?
Thank you for all that credit. I have to say that I can't take all that credit. There's a lot of people that made a lot of those things happen too. So I'm just glad to have been part of it, and help push some people along.
I know,
yourself included. Yeah, I mean, Which City? That was a big one, and that wasn't all me. That was definitely a village.
Yeah, there's definitely a big team, and
we were all inspired at that point. We wanted to fix things, wanted to bring it back.
Yeah,
singles dots with the DPNE. Oh, actually, back then it was double book stuff we were doing, really.
Yeah.
And singles leagues.
Well, yeah, way
EDSL.
back with Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I just came along with Minuteman, and I didn't know how to do tournaments. And I watched somebody run the tournament with the cards, and I just there were things about it that didn't make sense to me, and there were things about dart tournaments and how they were run that didn't make sense to me.
Right.
So it all had to do with waiting, and catering to the very best. Waiting for one of the best players because he needed to go get his drink, or he needed to, but then would disappear for a half hour.
Right.
The accountability of those people, sometimes they were let to go, and it affected the little guy a lot. We're waiting, play as many of those first round matches as you can. Get the little people home, or let them feel like they're having a good time. Save all the waiting for later. And that's what the cards did, and that's where that's where my passion for it became. I didn't like the way things were going, and I thought there was a way to fix it. And I think I fixed a lot of those things. And then Dark Connect came along, and we don't even have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, they rewrote it. At one point, Adam's daughter Hannah was, how old was Hannah? She ran Sunday. She ran the brackets for us on Sunday at the Which. I can't even remember how young she was, but
11 or 12,
something like that. I wanted to say, and she ran the entire tournament. A 12-year-old. That's what Dark Connect can do for you. But I do think it's a big help, especially for me and other people learning. If you have come from those brackets and standing up for hours and moving those tickets along, And that was it. And Adam's rule. You have an open board, you play it. I don't care if they played on it. I don't care if they just came off. If you have an open board, you play it. And that was the big thing. And people were always, our tournaments ran on time. It got open on time.
Yeah.
And people were surprised by it, and it really set a really nice example of how it could be done.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, making adjustments too. We always had tournaments were already laid out, and the timing. Sometimes the timing just wasn't right.
Right.
You know, you have to make the adjustments this year. Write it down. Start a half hour later on this. Stretch this out. You know, you make the adjustments, make the tournament better, and that's what we did. I think that's why people liked it, because I think we did a good job, all of us, between the Cape Cod Open and the Minuteman events we were involved with. I think the reason that I think darts was good during that time is that things were being done, at least in an effort to keep everybody happy.
Right.
The people who just showed up to play, that aren't waiting hours on end, you know, just thinking about how you can improve wait times for people, and when you start one thing and the next thing, and you know, I think that just for a long time people didn't put enough thought into it, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, or just didn't make the adjustments. I think back in the day they did, but I think that there was a period of time where it's just I know when I started attending tournaments, you know, it was painful. It wasn't worth going, you know, and I wanted to play darts.
Right.
And I didn't want to sit for 5 hours.
Well, yeah, playing and then sitting for an hour and a half, and then playing. I got the 2 hours, or even sitting and waiting the tournament, waiting 2 hours to play your first match. I mean, there are a lot of things that can get messed up in that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will admit it was eye-opening to me. Cape Cod was kind of easy. It was nice. It was small. We kind of didn't know what we were doing, and but the manpower people needed to run like a rich city, especially as it got bigger and bigger. That was a pretty impressive sight. When you guys would roll in with the band, and then people just knew what to do. Certain people went to the scorer's table. Certain people started on the dartboard. People started putting the dartboards together. People putting stanchions up, and it's really a nice, well-oiled machine. And it took a lot of people a long time to get that set up.
People buying in too. I know at times I probably kind of took over and pushed people and to go do this, do that, but I think it helped at the time, and other people picked up on it and did it the same way. You know, I think one of the hardest tournaments we ever ran was in this building. It was Cape Cod Open with we had 130 in singles on 16 boards that we couldn't even use all 16 boards. It was you're really using 13, 14 boards. No, we got it done.
We definitely had a lot. We got to do a lot of troubleshooting and going through some of those issues on a smaller scale, but and then learning how to cope with it and raise those fees when they came in, because and nobody seemed to really mind. They don't mind if you're like, hey, we got to delay this a half hour, 40 minutes. Yeah. But hey, there's an extra $1,000 now. So now with an extra $1,000, we're going to be able to have our payouts.
Yeah.
We go a little deeper. You get a little more money. So that works. That thing can work out. And we learned that too when we had all those extra people. We were like, oh my God.
And when you get delayed like that, I mean, at the end of the day, I think if you are transparent about it, and why do tournaments run late? A lot of times it's because there's just more people than anticipated.
Right.
You know, because the other things that slow you down, you should be taken care of as the tournament directors or whatever. You know, but I feel like we which city where we had more people than we thought, and that we needed a little more time, and we delayed an event. You know, and I think there were more people who appreciated being told it was going to be late. They'd be able to take off and go grab some dinner or something.
Right.
Whereas in other events, you know, it's not managed enough. I think it was just the way we went about things.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of changes, and then there were also changes. Like I remember when you were for that Saturday night luck of the draw, I think you couldn't be playing. There was a cutoff point where if you were still in the previous event, you couldn't sign.
Yeah, if you were in the top 32 of the singles,
right, that was it.
You weren't eligible to play.
Correct.
Because so many tournaments we were waiting for those people. Right. And obviously they're traveling. They want to make as much money as they can, and we get it. But there had to be a point where at least it was definitive. It might not have even been top 32. It might have been just top 16. If you're in the top 16, you know, by the time that we wanted to cut it off, you couldn't put it in. Those people had to wait until that time, and it actually helped a lot. I mean, I'm sure it didn't. Some people would have liked to have played that luck of the draw, but it wasn't at the expense of 150 other people that
No,
to just
exactly.
have a good time on a Saturday night.
No, at some point you got to take care of the masses.
Yeah, that's how you end up with 3 a.m.
Yeah, nobody likes that. So
It was fun, and I don't do this anymore. So
you don't, but you do play. So
I play way. I like playing again.
Yeah.
I don't have to be the man in charge of anything.
So now we had a few questions for Shayna, so I'm not going to ask Adam because he's not going to know the answer. So we talked a little bit now about the past and what got you here. Now you're saying you are having fun again. So having fun with your team, give us a little insight to your Minuteman team, and then I'd like to know what you feel, because again, the DPNE and some of these other things that Scott Essel has taken off and run with, and Jay and Jen,
they did a great job.
They're nailing it, and I had the opportunity to run one with them, and they do a great job, and he's passionate about it. But I'd like to know where you think now, having some time to step back, see what's going on, get back into it and find the love. How do you feel that we're doing both here locally and nationally now, because it really seems to be taking off? There's a lot more in North America.
I feel like Dots is in great hands, especially at the top. Anthony Eugene and those people. The CDC guys from there down. The local organizations, the people who, again, started with Anthony with the DP stuff. I did New England for a little while and handed it off to Scott. Thankfully, he was there. And they've done a great job with it. I think I think Dots is in a great spot right now. It's not my problem to solve.
Right.
At that point in my life was my problem. I wanted to solve, because it affected me in a particular way. But now I get to watch and see how our other people are doing it. I can critique it, and I don't always agree with things.
Yeah, right.
I can also, it's not my problem, and it's, I'd rather worry about, other things.
Yeah.
And it's good. And the Minuteman team is, I don't have to be there every week, which is always good. As a captain, you always would have to. But,
so who do you play with? What's your Minuteman team? What's your Minuteman team now?
Killer Bulls, an A group out on the North Shore.
Nice.
And just playing with some friends that can play dots, and we did actually. How did we do? We won the division a couple times. Got pushed up to Super A, and we kind of competed with that. And I don't care. I mean, I like playing it. I also like playing in A too, because sometimes it's more competitive in a different way. You're playing with the skill level of the people that you're playing with. It matches. I might play well at certain points in time, but my skill set, I don't play enough anymore. That I don't always play well.
Right.
I have really bad nights more than I have these days. But I have fun playing, and I don't I think for a little while there maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
And it was just a little long in the tooth with the dot stuff for a little while. You just get tired of the same old, and then I had kids again, and it was a perfect time for me to reset and recharge. And I didn't play for a couple of years, but I did come back, and I like the Tuesday casual thing, and it's fun.
Right.
I definitely see myself in the near future, maybe even getting away from the team dart thing and doing more of the singles thing.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I think I have enough of a game to be able to play a little bit and see how I can do against
I would definitely agree with that. Yeah. I would definitely agree with that. There's no doubt. And I think I think we're seeing that too, because we have a gentleman, Patrick Paquette, who runs our singles leagues here, and did one this summer. And some of those newbies that have gotten into that singles league who had that passion and wanted to do it, it's fun to see the expressions that they have now going, I didn't really think it was going to make me that much better, or the singles was going to be, and the singles is just a different beast.
Yeah.
It's a different beast. It's a little more concentrated. You get time to get into a rhythm and get a little better. The league is really social. It is competitive.
It's social, and you're relying on other people's darts too.
Right.
You might be playing really well and your partner's not. How do you feel about that? I don't really care most of the time, but
yeah,
for me, I'm thinking of it. I want to improve my game. I can see I can improve my game, and I don't want it to be at this point. At some point, I'd like it to just be my own game that and I'm not upset over someone else is playing.
Right.
I still want to do that, but I think I want to concentrate on my own game for a little while. Kids are getting a little bit older, I have a little bit more of a chance to play a little. So.
Well, it's also nice too, because most of the singles leagues that we have are just get your match played that week.
Yeah.
So you have all week. Generally, a singles match is roughly about 2 hours.
Yeah, you're not out until 11:30 at night.
Right. So you can meet at 6. You get done at 8. You're home with the family and everything, and saying goodnight to kids. And so it is. And singles is definitely a very attractive. And I'm glad to see so many singles leagues popping up.
Yeah.
So
many more people involved doing the things, because for a long time I felt like there's only a few of us that were doing certain things, like the singles leagues.
It was a struggle.
Even playing online.
Yeah.
We were playing online, 12, 13 years ago.
Right.
Streaming longer.
Well, yeah, the first time we ever did commentary, I did it with Greg Tong. We did it at the Which City Open. All your stuff was stuffed in the corner there, and that's it. Just But you got to try. That's why I keep calling this practice, and we're having fun, and hopefully some people are enjoying it. Somebody's watching it, unless the same person watches it over and over again.
There's a few people who watch. I'm usually one of them.
But it is going good, and we are pretty happy about it. So now you're going to stay and play tonight, and I don't know where she went. Shayna did show up, and she conveniently disappeared. So so anything else that so you're here on vacation, so we'll get away from the darts. You're here on vacation. How many of the Sherlock clan came with you?
Well, two little ones and Jordan are here.
Nice.
And my older kids are coming down Friday.
Oh, cool beans.
I'll turn 50 Friday. So.
Oh, you do? Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah, right.
Big 5-0.
I'm officially old.
That's good. So all 3 of them coming down?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw pictures at the inflatable water park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we go there all the time.
Yeah.
It's funny because that place started out as like an inflatable park.
Yep.
And every year there's less of that. There's more water slides.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's not even an inflatable park. There's like very few. The place is awesome.
Yeah.
Kids, so much fun.
I have so many friends that have gone out and bought the passes, the season passes, and they're the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah. They got this walk up bar where there is no kids. Like.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a good job with it.
That's cool. Yeah. We have anything else? I mean, obviously turning 50, and happy birthday to Adam Sherlock.
Thank you.
Is a big deal.
No, just the usual. Like we have family things that we do down here. Like I got family buried in Truro, my mother's side, so I usually go down there and visit graves and go down to Provincetown, get John's footlong, and sit there and stare at people.
Yeah, that's great people. If you haven't been to P-Town, it is people watching all the time.
Always a fun time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just don't go down after 8.
Well, I mean, there is a time when it's for adults.
Time and a place. And it's a lot of fun.
But it is a lot of fun. So then you guys obviously have to go and then get back to reality. So you out of here Sunday or Monday morning?
Yeah, we're leaving Monday. No, we're leaving Sunday.
Yeah.
That's good. We're up in New Hampshire for a few days and then we're down here, and kind of a budget vacation. Hang with family and do some
but when you
can
come down here and stay, like this is really an amazing place to stay. So I have kids that come back and they're just like, yep, don't ever get rid of it.
We gotta do it while we can. My parents are getting old, so I don't know how much longer we'll be down here. So do it while we can.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. So now, do you go back and play any Lux or anything during the summertime, or will you just wait till September?
You know what? I kind of come and go with Lux. Like, I go to the Franco for a little stretch. It's really about what's going on in life. And summer's tough. I was looking forward to tonight because I haven't done a lot in a little while. It's vacation, so
right,
be fun.
Well, I've been looking forward to tonight, as if you can't tell from all my posts. I'm like a giddy little schoolgirl who gets his high school crush back. So
from one dot geek to another. Thank you.
So I appreciate your time. You probably want to go get signed up and warmed up.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. And we are going to do a little hanging out. Going to take a quick little couple of seconds here. And
now this is where you're supposed to say, don't forget the thumbs up, subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
YouTuber, right?
We do. Subscribe down here, thumbs up over here, something like this. I haven't gotten that down pat.
Share it.
Yes, we need shares. We need thumbs up. Everything you can do. And mostly, come on down. There's still time to get down here and sign up. Sign-ups are open till 7:30. So come on down, sign up. Going to take a quick little brief break. I am going to get you over, and we got a little slideshow we started with. We're going to get you over to that again. And then I'm going to come back. We're going to do our quick little rundown of our luck of the draws. And then I got to go get a bracket ready. So enjoy, and I'll be back in just a minute. Hey, here we go, and we are back live and loud and proud. And I promised Shana she didn't have to do anything. She's just going to sneak in. She's going to go right over there, and there she is. Look at this lovely young lady. Yeah, I know. What is she doing with him? Who knows? But that's it. That's all we get out of her. So, but thank you. Thank you, Miss Shana, for showing up. So at least it doesn't make a liar out of me. So I'm just going to real quick now, while we got everybody here, we're going to just run down the luck of the draws that we usually have. You know, Monday, Brewster Pizza is Meat Lovin's luck of the draw. That is a 7 to 7:30 sign up with a $5 entry. Bar matches the pot. Generally is a double elimination tournament. Okay, Wednesday we have here the Summer Series. What's going on tonight? Our entry is $15 with 13 going into the prize pot. So come on down. We are generally single elimination. We had 44 last week. Hope we're getting up to 50. We see them over there taking sign-ups. Captain Shark and Meat Lovin' doing the thing. I want to thank Triple T, Trash Talking Tommy Plant. He works at Platinum, and he gave us our E5 crate prize, and that is a service gift certificate and a couple of koozies. $100 value to Platinum Auto. You need something done on your automobile, bring it on down to Platinum. I also want to say, if you drive Jeeps and you do that off-road thing, that's where you want to go. You can go down there. Tommy will hook you up with parts. There's a bunch of guys, CJ, Phil, Ghetto, the whole bunch of them down there. So we want to thank you guys very, very much. We also want to say we got a bounty this week. Dennis the Legend Cotto has gone back to back, so now we have a bounty out on him. Any team that knocks the Legend out will win $20, and if the Legend goes for the three-peat, he and his partner keep that $10. And Thursday, the Plymouth VFW luck of the draw is back. That's run by Scott Ferguson. And at the Plymouth VFW, just over the bridge from the Cape side. Of course, it's before the bridge when you're coming on this way. Fergie, that's a $10 buy-in. Their sign-ups are around 7. It's a good time. VFW is a great place to be. Get out there, support those guys. So I want to thank Adam. I want to thank Shana for coming by. First of all, because they came by to play. So we're going to see just how good they are. We love when those arcade people come down and bring us their money. and they came here to chat with the Dark Geek, and we always appreciate that. We are going to have some other special guests coming up, and hopefully, if we can keep the live thing going, we're going to go. We want to mostly thank you guys at home for actually taking your time to watch this silly little thing we call a little program. I really appreciate you guys. I want to give all you guys a round of applause. You ladies, too. Thank you. We are a little crazy. We're going to get going to the luck of the draw now. Those guys are still taking sign-ups. I am the bracketologist, so I'm going to go get that going. We do use Dark Connect. If you haven't, please go to darkconnect.com and check it out. It is the easiest, simplest way to run these events. Okay? And so you know how we end around here. This is the Dark Geek, and do me a favor. Be the reason someone smiles today. It's going to make you feel better. It's really going to make them feel better for a little time. This world is going to be a little bit better place to be. I appreciate you all. Thank you very, very much. Come on down and play some darts. Going to take you out now with our little slideshow. Boom, slideshow 1. Good night, folks.